Thanks for coming by, Vishak. Hello, good morning, and goodbye. Thank you, sir. Go do some school stuff, yes. I hope you have a good day. It's Friday. I hope you have a good weekend, my friend. Alright. Hopefully he was able to catch that, at the very least. Alright, looks like everything's working correctly. That moved down. Yeah, okay. Hello. Ooh, a little bookshelf looking thing. Are you talking about the video? Yes, okay. We'll go over to the video real quick because it's Friday and we usually Thursdays is our post days, but we're gonna let it run. Yeah, so one of the things that I'm trying to work on is getting stuff together for my events. And I've kind of posted about this last time. The last event that I did, I hurry up rush put together a bunch of these things. So that I had them for like business cards, for a bunch of different stuff. But they were kind of unfinished. Like some of the edges were kind of rough, and nothing had been sealed or anything. And generally, you don't want to leave any like wood projects not sealed in some ways because splinters, splits, moisture, all those things bad for wood in general. Doesn't matter if it's plywood or whatever it is. So had some time, needed to go do some stuff away from the computer and the monitor and stuff. So did some work in the garage this week. Learn something new every day. I try to break it up. Try to make sure that if I'm doing a lot of, heavy work on the computer, in front of the monitors and stuff like that, streaming, that I make sure that I have sometimes where I go out and do the build side of things as well. This way, my brain, my eyes, all of those things get a different type of stimulation and break up the monotony of just, staring at the pixels all day, which, the pixels are my friend, but sometimes you need to get away from the pixels for a minute. A little break from the pixels. I actually have... Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Minimize. Oh, I know it's here, but I'm gonna have to move things to get to it. That... do we want? Okay. Do you want to see what it looks like after it's all done? I've recorded a video of it, but I haven't put it together into a finished like post or anything. It says sure, says Sunny. Okay, I can do that. Properties, browse. Let's pull this source. So you get behind the scenes and look at this first. Ooh, and it's sideways. Wow. I don't know why it does that sometimes. That's definitely wrong. Okay, well, that didn't work, so we're gonna have to figure out a different way to do it. Which is fine. Okay, we're gonna put that back the way it was. Oop, we're gonna go back over here. Let's see. Well, let's swap over. Hopefully this is still active. Yep, Canva's active. Do. Uploads, videos. Excuse me, hello. There you go. Let's can I make this bigger? Can I make this that smaller? Okay. You're probably on your phone though, so it's probably pretty small. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go here for the moment. We'll just put another source in. Source. Media source. Okay, that's gonna put it at the top. Browse. Let's put this in. So this way we can make it nice and big. It's gonna be super big at first. Transform. Rotate clockwise 90 degrees, right. Fit to screen. Why did it turn it again? Transform. Being funky today. Oh, being extra funky. Why is it so... I don't even want to know. It's so weird. OBS is being weird right now. Okay, here we go. That was not cooperating at all. Get rid of the audio, just in case. But there it is. It's a little spinny guy. So all the little plywood edges and stuff like that needed to be sanded and finished and worked on. Yeah, it's a spinny bookshelf. Let's go ahead and loop that so we can see it again. So this is all of the openings here, and I made little slots so that you can put the acrylic plexiglass down in there. So that's what holds things inside of it, so that you can see what's in that shelf. And then these are my little shelf. This is where the next shelf sits on top of, so it's all pressure fit settings. And then this one comes in and it locks that shelf in place so it can't go anywhere. And then the next one has its little blocks that go in for the third shelf. That's pressure fit as well, so that just sits right on top of that. And then the third acrylic comes in and locks that one into place as well. And then the top goes on. Boop, like that. And then you can spin it. Bam! And it's got another set of them on the other side. So, fun little idea that I put together. Me and Mrs. Tahoe came up with the concept and the idea. Cool little thing we put together. But yeah. Let's keep this on here for now. We'll just hide it for now. Bye. yeah, that's what I did this week. And the other one is a business card holder. So it's kind of the same idea where it's got the little plexiglass pieces on it, but then the business cards sit in it in like a tiered staircase style version. So a couple different things I'm building. I'm actually working on a third box right now that I can put my actual books inside of. So bunch of work in the garage, trying to get my setup kind of cleaned up and nice and working together with each other. So I could have probably just bought a bunch of stuff to put together a table, but I was like, you know what? I've got all this wood. I've got the ability to make stuff. Well, I should just make something and put it together. So like these are the little stair steppers here. I did. Makes for easy loading as well. Yeah. Well, and I wanted it to be... This is the problem with the way I design and put things together is I want stuff to be not permanent. I like to be able to change around different stuff. So even like when we saw this video where I'm putting these pieces in, all of these shelf heights can be changed, or I can put in more shelves or less shelves depending on if I want. Yeah, I like to keep things modular as much as I can. These other side ones, they're a little bit more permanent, but these indented shelves, these ones can definitely be changed around much easier. So this is version 1 of what this looks like. You could say, oh, it looks very finished. It's like, yeah, I kind of finished it off, but if I had my choice, I would have done the same thing on this front-facing wall here as well, but you can see the shelves to the left are permanent. They're just attached on there. It would have taken a little bit more time and work to put that together when I was designing it. So, yeah, it is definitely a Mark 1. So maybe on the second one, maybe on the next ones, I'll be able to do it. But definitely having those slots and grooves cut into everything makes it much nicer to be able to change stuff out. For sure. Try my best. But so in between trying to put together my book, and that's the other stuff I'm doing in the background, is building that, putting together little handmade products and stuff like that. We're working on some ideas to use our shrink plastic that we... Oh, thank you, Sunny. Ooh, thank you. I have not seen that one yet, so I want to change that a little bit.
Sunny_Ruth bet the assistant.
Yay, bet the assistant. Okay, there we go. Now it won't interact with my character. The idea is to keep creating different stuff. So we've got some ideas with our shrink plastic that we did some experiments with a little bit ago, that we're going to turn those into some like buttons and pins. And Mrs. Tahoe had made some earrings out of a couple of them. So that is kind of the idea and the plan at the moment, is to make some fun, cool stuff. Hopefully. But in the meantime, we got to get working on book 3 stuff here. I do need to change. I was working late at night one night, so my monitor was turned way down for brightness, so turned up a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of where we worked on stuff last week. With our book 3 title page here. No reveal on the title quite yet, but we're getting there. Got this set up. Got our... Ooh, I don't have the other page up. No, not promo. We want book 3. Nope, that's the one that's already up. Sheesh, having a hard time. We got our page number 4 set up. Yikes. We got that set up pretty good. So we are on to page 5 today. So our progression moves on. So these are the, I gotta double check to make sure our story laid out sometimes, because I changed a couple things. Lonely, around here with him. He sure does love playing in these old boxes. He really did. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think the idea is to put him in the box for this page. Probably don't need 3 anymore. We'd keep 4 so we can swap back between those 2. We definitely need our master sheet here. Master sheet. But we need to do let's grab our main character here. Now that we've established some of the heights and stuff like that, we can actually, we don't have to worry about sizes and stuff for certain things. So that can be a little bit more fluid once we've established part of it. Okay, so on our 4, yeah, so he's about that big. Might move all of that over just a little bit more. Okay, definitely want that. I want everything. Everything needs to go over, except for that one. What is this? Yeah, no. I think we decided. So I moved, after the stream, I moved. So I had this little highlight around him. But I was like, you know what? I like highlighting the entire photo better. So I made a change there. Let's see. I want to take all of these. Select all. Here we go. Yeah, I wanted to move that over just a little bit. I might, depending on what I want to do, I might centralize it a little bit more. We'll see. Okay. Yep, that's our story layout. Okay. We're into it finally. So I've got a couple different options here. So I've got him. I definitely want to separate everything. So I like to work in a lot of layers, as Inverness has seen. Thank you, Dreamer. Thank you for putting in your points. So I like to keep my words, bubbles, separated on their own layer. Hey, look at that. There's a cheer for Dreamer. I knew those cheers would come in handy. She was here for a second, then she's gone. Okay, so got things separated. Box is by itself now. The question is, duplicate. I want to put that in front, but we want to get rid of the stuff in the back. Not the whole thing. Get rid of that, get rid of that, that. This one we're going to have to do some tricky business with. Because we're going to have to cut it. Okay, so... we're basically going to create a front layer and a back layer. Is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so we have that one. Let's go ahead and cut that. Look at that. See, they should be separated from each other. Yeah. Yes, they are. Okay, cool. So then we come over here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut that there. And then we're going to cut that one there. That should make... yep, should do that. Okay, so... what I want to do... so we're going to pick up this anchor point and we're going to connect it to there so it finishes it off. So now that's a solid shape. Always make sure to go back, that little symbol, little kind of like a slash, forward slash. That's your, like, hey, pick up where this anchor left off. It's like, okay, cool, now I'm attached here. And then you go to your end point and you finish it, connect it. And there we go. Now we can do whatever we want with our character in the middle. So we've made 3 layers now. That have our main character in the middle, so we can put him down in the box, like way down in the box. We can put him up in the box. We can put him to a side. So it just gives us lots of options with our layers, depending on how you set things up. And since his arms are down underneath, we don't have to worry about that. Yep, that's working. Then we can do some fun stuff like this. So now we have 4 layers that we've taken and we've put him inside the box with a little personality here. This is how my brain works. My brain works in layers. Go figure. Okay, so we can save that. Okay, so this is what our page... so I always like to try to keep these connected with each other because 4 and 5 the opposite of each other. So when you open up the spread of the book, both of these pages are going to be viewable. This one is not going to have, let's see. There you go. That's what that one's going to look like. It's going to be trimmed up to that size so that you won't get the box that goes over into the... Okay, so we're gonna need a face for our friend here. I think we definitely want to do... maybe we'll try that. We'll try out this face first. Also have to do... we've got a couple different little elements that we can work with in these books. That I've set up. So they don't always have to be exactly the same framing, where like this one, it's a full page, you can see like the background and the baseboard and the carpet kind of thing, the wall, the picture, like this is, we're framing him inside of the space of the house that he lives inside of. Depending on what the scene wants or what its scene needs, you may not want to put him into some kind of background space. So, for instance, let's go to book 1 real quick. Most of the pages are, you can also do little like this. So each one of these little stitched frames, those are like the comic panels, right? They kind of act like that in that way. This is like kids' first attempt at looking at comic panels, kind of getting the idea of how that works. Left to right, top to bottom kind of idea. So we have this framing ability as well. These little, I call them the stitches. We're kind of playing off of the Stitch Tales wording and stuff like that. So there's always a possibility to use something like that on some of these pages as well. Okay, so we're going to match his nose. Or at least get as close as we can. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty dang close. Bam, look at that. On the money. Sweet. Get rid of this one. There we go. Little happy guy. He's in the box playing. Okay, so we have to figure out what the context of this is and whether or not we want to make, if this is like a little stitched kind of thing. Let's definitely... always try to figure out what other anime style things that I want to try to influence on some of these pages and stuff like that. If there are any like little tropes or something like that that I want to throw in. Stuff like that. Sometimes they just need to be simple, just depends. Like we don't necessarily need to have the background here, technically. How do we emphasize that he likes playing in the boxes? We can do kind of an emphasis little. So I've used some of these before for some of the other actions where I want him to look like he's doing something or moving a certain way. Or I just do like a little jump. I don't want to say an animation. I always think like in terms of animation, but this is an animation. I have to remember that's the center. I definitely want to move this more like that. Come on, grab the right one, Tahoe. Anchor. Thank you. Yikes, it was starting to scare me for a second. I thought I was having problems. A way to show him purring, maybe to show that he likes it. That's a good call too. I'd have to figure out how to illustrate that. A lot of times when we show that a character likes something, we do something with the eyes. Either like we put little stars in there. If something's like they're really in love with something, we put the little heart eyes. We can do stuff like that. So like we have marks and notations that we can use to help. Like if he's super like excited, surprised, then that's the style of face we could do. But we generally try to do the face expressions to we could do something like this too. I feel like that's kind of where I work from first, is get the facial expression down and then work on the action, unless the action is big enough or whatever else is going on in the scene is big enough. Yeah, like even like this guy might be a good one too. We could try a couple different faces is the thing. Definitely need to make an older person face. Okay, so what we did last time, went here. I want to make sure that these all fit correctly. So we know the mouth and the nose are good here. Yeah, okay. Definitely want to move these in. I think something like that. Yeah. So this is the thing, like we're slowly building all of these faces and stuff like that again for our setup over here. So let's take that over, let's try it out and see what happens. We'll see which one we like better. Do we like Sunny's idea? Do we like my idea? Tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z. I think it needs to be a little bit smaller. We also have new songs in our playlist today too, so you might be hearing some new stuff. Oh yeah, I think I kind of like that one better. Definitely way more excited. Like he's happy like this, but like he's uber excited doing this time. Ooh, you know what we could do? It doesn't always have to be a one panel. I wonder if we make it a 2 panel. Do I have the stitchings on here? I don't have the stitchings on here. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab them from somewhere. This is the nice part, since I have everything in other files, I can just go grab it when I need it. This one? It's that one. I don't have to redraw it. I can just go copy and paste. There we go. And we can make this a little two-framer. Let's see. These are 4.8. Just make that a 5, because that makes it easier. Okay, it changed. What else did it change here? Let's look at the stroke. That's a 13. Oh, that's a 20. So let's go back down to 13 for that. There we go. Closer to what I had before. So we can make it a two-frame piece on this, which would be fine. So now we're making like comic panels, right? Let's leave that face there, but we need to unlock everything. And we need to change. Doop. Select all. We'll also have to move our words around. Bam. Okay, we'll change the shape of this. It works a little bit better. I'm trying to keep certain things uniform as well. So like that should be a 5. I can squeeze this in a little bit. Gonna have to change the height of it. Remember what we talked about last time, micro adjustments. Trying to get all the little things in place. Let's see, let's do the similar idea here. Let's make that fine. Did I do that right? I did that wrong. That should be the 5. Okay, not much of a difference. That's fine. Ooh, but we definitely have... There we go. I was just like, wait, it's cutting off a word. I'm gonna try not to change the size of the font. If I can. I don't want to eat up too much of our framing here. So one of the things that I want to do with each of the books is introduce more pieces of comic books, right? Or manga, graphic novels. Each piece gets a little bit more stuff. So like we may start adding more panels. So one of the things like we showed in the book 1 is we have this, but you can see that the words kind of overarch and the panels are here, but they're not really dictating anything, right? They're kind of in order, but they're not so specific. The words are dictating for the whole page, not for each individual panel. So compared to this one where we can actually say these words go with this panel, these words go with this panel. So we're kind of getting concepts, ideas of what's going on with those as well. Now, whether or not this is all intentional, or whether or not I'm just coming up with this on the fly, that's up to you to figure out. I don't know. I could just be making everything up right now. I could be full of all kinds of stuff. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to duplicate this again. Move it up to the top. Okay, ooh, here we go. Yeah, okay. Coming up with some changes here. That's the frame, so this should be everything else. Copy, yep. We're gonna swap them. Framing wise, I wanted the same box on either side, but I have a different little mechanic that I want to use for, and my words were getting in the way. Okay, so that's better. Let's go back here. Let's grab this. Back to page 5. And we're gonna go. Dang, he's huge. Because every cat has this thing where they always look inside of the box like they're going crazy, and then they hop into it real quick. So I'm like, I can play with that. I can do a little 2-frame here and have some fun with it. They get all hunkered down. Let's see. There we go. I think you're right, Sonny. I think we'll probably, to get that excitement thing going on, I think we're definitely going to do, we're going to make his tail move a little bit on this one too. So we have to decide. Done this before. So these are kind of like our movement. We can kind of see them here with this frame. I've done movement stuff like this before in pages where it looks like his little flipping feet. Where are other ones? This one, same thing, little hands moving like this. I've done ones like this. I have those marks in my master file too. They're here. And here's our like movement where he's flying around, different stuff. So just depends on how I want to do this. Because there's also a way where we duplicate that tail. Let's see if we can recreate this. We'll try it out a couple different ways. Let's see. I want to not fill. I want to group that object. I want to send it to the back, then to back, but I also want to turn down the opacity. Let's go to 60% for now. I'm going to copy, paste that. Arrange, send it back. Kind of looks weird sometimes when you do it that way, though. Yeah, that's why I tend not to do. I haven't done any. I haven't done any motion stuff like that yet. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna have to look up some references real quick on different motions and I think super jazzy music today. There was a new playlist that I added to my Spotify Chill Hop from the Chill Hop people, so I was like, ooh, a bunch of new songs. I'll take it. I feel like it doesn't have the motion that I want. Haven't some people done like lines to show the tail was going back and forth? Yeah, there's a couple different ways that I've seen it done. Like this is kind of one of the ways where the tail is moving fast enough that it looks like it's kind of in motion. Or we're kind of simulating what the motion looks like, right? Trying to see if I can find any other examples that I can. I always think about, like, when I watch anime and stuff like that, there's a lot of space where you can use motion to do things, but they tend to produce artwork and frames that are flat and still, but have some sort of, like I said, some kind of mark or something to denote that something is happening or some kind of movement is happening, or like if like a character is like hitting another character or something like that, something along those lines. Kind of like classic I think it's like Peanuts and stuff used to do that too back in the day. Yeah, when Snoopy used to like run or do certain things. Let's see. Let me connect my Safari real quick. Properties. I love how every time I open OBS, it always breaks all of my links to things. So we're looking at even a simple comic like this. Of course, it's like, just open it bigger. View image. There we go. Like his head turning, he has these two little marks on the side. That kind of denotes, you know, the movement of what's going on, right? So even outside of anime, something as simple as this is used for comics and stuff. It just depends on what, like here, another example of that. He's got, you know, Shock, his head's moving back really fast. So we've got these marks denoting that that's moving that like that. So it just depends. Like I have to figure out what the balance of that is and how that, how I want to translate part of that as well. Sometimes there's like even speed lines that happen. I think that was kind of what I was trying to do with the opacity tails, was to do like speed lines, but those work more for actual animation, those in between keyframes kind of things. So like we have some movement here. It's not a lot, but we have some. So I'll have to see. I'll have to figure out what I want to do with that. Let's go back, make sure we're where we need to be. Yeah, we're here at the moment. Okay, so we are about 1 minute away from our first break time. For anybody new to the channel, every hour we take a 3-minute break. People who are on the platform who are not subscribed to the channel, they get to watch ads for 3 minutes, which hopefully, you know, goes back towards helping the channel, help produce the books, those types of things. That also gives me a 3-minute chance to go get something to drink, go to the bathroom, check on my own puppers, or for our assistant this month, which is Patch. Gives me a little bit of time for those type of things. So I feel like it's a win-win situation across the board. And then if you subscribe to the channel, then you don't have to watch those ads. And sometimes you get a little witty banter between me and the chat that's going on as a little bonus. So that's what's going to happen. So ads are going to pop up here shortly. And then we will go from there. We'll pause what we're working on. And then once we come back, we'll keep going from there. This way you don't miss anything. That's the balance. That's the balance I'm trying to strike. Pause the work for the breaks. Hopefully those will help generate some revenue, help the streams, and go from there. Okay, there we go. Freed up the mouse. Yeah, I think this is going to work for the page. And we don't have to, the cool thing is like we get to keep our dots in the background. We don't have to put in the house or anything with it, so. Hey, there we go. We're in the ads. Ooh, yeah, Sonny, you get to see, because you're a moderator now, when the ads pop up, if you have moderator settings enabled, then you can actually see when the ads are on their way. So that's the bonus of being a moderator as well now. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I have returned. I was fully prepared for the faculty last night, but I was being a scaredy cat because of the ambient noise. Lol. Facility? Wait. What are we talking about, Sonny? I watched the stream for a little bit. You were busy, it starts to, yeah, I thought so. You were busy stripping ships of their materials out in space. I think you caught me at one point. You're like, "Oh, we got more viewers," and I was like, "It's me," but I didn't say anything. I did a late stream in those facilities. Oh, as I say, yeah, I did see you doing some work on those ships. I kept, even though I was working on other stuff, I kept the stream on at the very least. So while I was running around doing some things. It's a slow game loop, I gotcha. Hey, it's honest work though, you know. If you know, you know. Alright. We're going to... Okay, so these are the League of Legends songs now. Interesting. Yeah, no, I got what you meant. I get what you meant. You know, either type of stripping is fine. It's not a big deal. I live in Nevada, so, you know, it's definitely legit business here, so. We've got gambling and stripping. It's fine. It's all legit. No judgment here. You strip to your heart's desire, Sonny. It's fine. Welcome back, stream. Hi. Look at that for timing. Okay. I got some orange juice. I'm ready to go. Got to figure out how we're going to do this movement thing. This is old school. This is old. Yeah, we don't want to save that. Are there any other examples that I have that I want to look at that? Yeah, try to figure out like what my balance is between like if I've started kind of that visual style of making those the movement things. Oh, here's a good one. So here's an example of when he's like shaking when he's nervous. They're just little squiggles, right? So we have different ways to denote that. So it just depends on, as we move, I have to make some decisions about whether or not, as we move through the books, if I want to add more complex manga style stuff, or manga and anime stylings, or if I want to kind of keep those things simple and use what I've already kind of established or not. The other place I go and look when I need inspiration is I have a little bookshelf full of a few of my manga, and sometimes I just go through those and double check to see what I can find in there. The other thing I might want to do, I think I might have to get a picture of that as well at some point. I think I want to change. I did this before. Okay, no, I know what I want to do. Reflect. That one. And I have to give it, I have to do a little extension on it. Okay. I'm going to arrange and send that to back. There we go. Wanted to change that. I forgot that give them happy tail. We can actually turn it up so that it's different type of excitement. We can do that. We have the technology. We have the power. There we go. I think these are backwards now. Yeah, they are. Okay, so we need to flip those two. Boop-doo. Reflect. Bam. Oh, maybe that's what my problem was before. I was having issues with this, trying to figure out motion stuff before, and I was like, man, why does this feel wrong the way I'm doing it? I forget that sometimes you have to do the small. There we go. You got to do the small one in front first, not the big one. There's two types of like marks, right? There's a tiny one and then a bigger one. Forget that tiny one goes first sometimes. Needs some work. Maybe these ones are too big. Maybe they're all too big. There we go. There we go, much better. This is the process. It's a lot of, like, I have concept, I have idea, I know kind of what I want to do, how I want to make it work, and then trying to figure out how to get those elements to work together. Okay. Let's do. Let's come up a little short on this. And what we'll do. There we go. Kind of want that all to be visible. Go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, something like that. I can mess with it some more later. Sometimes I put down ideas, and then when I do editing and stuff later, I'll come back and I'll look at it and be like, you know what, do I really need that little extra white block there? Does that add anything for it? Does it not? Is it just for me, for funsies? Does it give him a little bit more urgency, a little bit more speed, a little bit, like, does it do any of the things that I want it to do? Sometimes it just depends. The other part, I used this before in the page. Anytime that he like bounces off of the ground, I kind of do a little impact frame. Ugh, that's way big. Not that it needs it for any reason, but we're kind of still working on that idea that things in this world have impact, right? They have start someplace and they end someplace. Okay. The other thing we need to pull that is important for all of these is our grounding mechanic, our other grounding mechanics, which means shadows. Shadows are important. Give its own layer. This has an effect on it. Yep, this is a multiply effect on it. That's another thing I might have to go back to page 4 and look at. Yeah, we need another shadow for the box. I have it for him. I just don't have it for the box. ADHD for the win. Let's see. Let's get out of trim view. There we go. Now I can make it work. Just about right. There we go. Trim. Bam. There we go. Now we have shadow. Save. Yeah, now we've got, so if you look at the difference between the top frame and the bottom frame, the one with the shadow, so I have two different points of view here on this one. I have the big one, which you guys are seeing too, but I'm also looking at the little guy over in the top right hand corner. Really, really, really small for you guys, like super, super tiny. But what I'm looking at is, if I glance over and look at that little small preview, I can definitely feel like there's much more presence and weight with what's going on in that bottom frame because of that shadow. I talk about this a bunch where I say grounding, right? If you don't have the shadow, like, you get the basic idea of what's going on. He's jumping from outside the box, inside the box, and stuff like that. But you have no sense of gravity or anything like that. The shadow is what gives it that. That tells it, hey, this is a plane or a field or something that this thing is on top of, and there's sunlight that's involved here, and the shadow is what creates that. So there's different parts of illustration and any part of like creating artwork where you have to contemplate some of that stuff, the shadows, because they're kind of important in how your scene gets set up. And you can use them sometimes in dramatic effects too. Just depends. So like that definitely gives us way more here now. So what we're going to do, we're going to make another one. But we're going to hide it a little bit back behind. There we go. We're gonna do it like that. So he has a shadow as well. Cool, it's not interacting, so we don't have any kind of weird. Okay. Yay, that works pretty good. That's that. That's that. I think I want to move that up one. Yeah, definitely. So I've got a bright, like, oh, I don't like that it sticks out above the, okay, that did not change it at all. Got to work on that. I don't like it sticking out below the box there. So we're going to change the shape a little bit so that it doesn't. There we go. Okay, so we are maxed out there. That's 100% there. Getting a little bit of a harsh circle here. We shouldn't be getting that at all. That's the edge of our bounds of our box here. Yeah, shouldn't be doing that. That's weird. Edit gradient. Move this down here a little bit. Still there, but it's definitely way less. There we go. We got it fixed out. Cool. And we're just going to pick it up and move it up a little bit so it still does what we want it to do. But it just doesn't have that harsh edge line there. So, cool. I think the only other things that I want to mess around with this... didn't move that face. Ba-ba-da. Okay, so the question is, no, I think you're right, Sonny. I think that face is still better. He's way more amused with himself with that face comparatively. Cool, there we go. So let's move. That's top, bottom. I want to move these two things and this and the shadows. There we go. I'm looking at my margins here. Okay, so our center, where's our center at? Okay, so the left-hand side is where our cutoff for our page is at. So these are getting kind of close to the fold. So we're probably gonna end up moving everything over. Select all. Because that's a little bit more centered. Now we're gonna go more. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go like that. So I'm trying to think if I have an example I can show you guys of what I'm talking about, what that looks like. Maybe, where's, nope, I want Safari. OBS back up there. Okay, yeah, I can show that here. Okay, so what we're talking about is right here in the middle, right? So we can zoom in a little bit. This is the crease in the middle. This is where the two pages fold over. So you can see this little shadow right here in the middle. This is pretty dramatic for this little preview, right? This 3D rendition of what this looks like. Most pages don't fold out this dramatically and look this good unless you put the book down and crease it, right? That's when you get those really crisp creases. So you always have to be careful of this, what we call like the gutter, right? Where the action of the page comes over and then it rolls down into the binding, which is in the middle. So you can see here, like with this image that I have, we've got maybe 1/2 inch from this stitching to the edge of the page, but maybe like 3/4 of an inch over into the center binding here. So you want to push your images a little further out rather than trying to keep them a little closer in on the inside. So that's why I have these little arrows to remind me, telling me, hey, push everything that direction a little bit so that it's not caught in the middle of the binding, where the binding is. Same thing, number 4. That's why we kind of moved it a little bit ago, right? We pushed everything that direction so that it is away from the center binding section again. Because we want to try to get the action, whatever's going on, or the main focus here, we want to try to get it centered, but center is not the same thing for every page. Every page is different based off of where that binding it comes from. So always good to err on the caution of moving it out a little bit so that you don't have to get a sample copy back and be like, oh shit, these are rolling into the center gully and it's getting eaten. So it's like, damn it, I gotta make adjustments to that too. So let's go ahead and save that one. Let's go ahead and save number 5 as well. Okay, so I think we're pretty close on this one. I like to try to get them not finished because there's always micro adjustments and things like that that need to be done at some point, like moving these little points so that the triangles are a little less like super pointy. But sometimes I'll come back in and I'll add I have a little bit of dead space here, not so much dead space here. Doesn't really matter much in this scenario, but I could do something there if I wanted to, or add some kind of element to make that work. Okay, where's our... See, that's the thing, is I want to move him over a little bit, but I don't want him to get eaten down into that center again. Question is, I think I want to make an adjustment. Let's see, let's not do that one. I think I want his nose just peeking out just enough. I think I know the other thing I want to do. Block all those down. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Yeah, I like that much better. Now he's just like looking, he's really looking in there. I don't think... Okay, so we're establishing... Got our box already here. Our little box is all in a row. That's working. Peeking over the edge. Yeah, we're getting way more interactions with different objects and stuff. Kind of like book number 2, where he's interacting with his environment and stuff like that. Now since he's kind of gotten the outside world, I don't want to say figured out, but that has kind of set a little bit here now. Now he can start focusing on the little things, little details, little pieces of things. Trying to think, you know how cats get those like crazy eyes sometimes when they're about to like pounce on something, or they get super excited about something. Their little pupils dilate. I wonder if that would be worth anything to try here. I feel like no, I don't know if that would work. It definitely has an effect. Whether or not it's the right effect or not, I don't know. I mean, it definitely gives him crazy cat eyes. I don't know if I like that or not. I feel like if I move them down further, it's definitely going to lose it. Yeah, definitely not that. There we go. Save that. Do we want to? Copy. Group. Expand. Ungroup. Ungroup all. Get rid of these. Yeah, maybe add a little bit there. Okay. Okay, so now we actually have a little bit of the action that's breaking out of the frame too, so sometimes it's okay to do those things as well. I felt like it needed something, it needed a little something to get it there. I think, ooh, I have another idea. Copy. Oops, wrong layer. Paste. Copy. Let's go in here. Paste that here. We'll send it. There we go. We'll send it inside the box. We'll make it a little bit tantalizing for him to want to go in there. I may need to move things again. Okay, maybe that was what I needed to do. Not that. Yeah, there we go. Wanted to make it more oval shaped. There we go. Bam. Now we're giving him a reason to go in there because he thinks it's cool. Something's in there. It's calling to him. That's what it is. Jump in the box. Do it. There we go. So this is the problem then, though, right? Is I can keep manipulating and adding stuff until the sun burns out. And at some point I have to be like, you know what? This is actually pretty good. I've got all the elements in. I've done something interesting with the way this is set up and structured. Like I'm good with those things, and I have to just be like, okay, move on to the next page, keep working on stuff, do whatever the next thing is, go from there. Don't keep trying to add, because at some point you're gonna have too much and it's gonna not work. Oh, what did Ichabus put in Discodo? Please hold. Looking at some stuff. Got a couple text messages. Got some stuff going on. What did that say? My phone is lying to me. Said something was going on, but there is not. Has anybody else had that where it's your phone, depending on what type of phone you have, I don't know if it's phantom buzzes or whatever it is, but sometimes I get like vibrations and then I look at the phone and it's just like, oh no, there's nothing on here. Or maybe it's some kind of weird, I don't know. It's a notification from something, but it doesn't pop up on the notification thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it did finally put up. I feel bad for Ichabus. Got a lot going on. Life is a little hard for him right now. Him and the missus. Ooh, I put those on the wrong. I put those on the wrong layer. Copy. Let's go to those. Let's put them. Needs to be above him. Let's go here. Just make its own layer. Bam. Yeah, okay, that looks better. He's looking a little tiny back there in the back, which, you know, given perspective-wise was okay, but I was like, I think it needs a little zhuzh. Okay, so that's 5. So we need to move on to number 6. Okay, so number 6 would start. Where's my layouts? a whole new 2-page spread. So if you look at our setup here, back out a little bit more. So like 4 and 5 together, 6 and 7 fit together. Ooh, I might have needed to move that illustration to... So this is where I kind of get into trouble sometimes, where I'm like, depending on what's going on with the scene, are these illustrations going to be very reminiscent or very similar to what I've already got going on? Oh yeah, I've heard like a notification. Yeah, sometimes it'll ding, sometimes it'll buzz, and then I'll look and then there'll be nothing on the notifications tab. I'll be like, I don't know if it's just because my phone is older or not. I don't know. Okay, so I think we're talking about getting him a surprise. That's the next page. Okay, so here we are for number 6. Okay, so let's save 4. We can close that. We already saved 5. Okay, we're moving on to 6. Let's open up 6 and 7, because they are connected to each other. Okay, so let's go to our layout again. I guess I should give it a layer first. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. 7. New layer. Paste. Let's get rid of that for now. It said this was the correct punctuation, but it feels weird. Let's see. There was... Okay, there it is. Spelling. Auto spell check. Let's see if it can... Oh, it seems to think it's okay, so... Alright, let's do... This is the one we want. We want these 2 speech bubbles. We want this one, because that number 7 is the wrong color. It's supposed to be closer to like 5. Buzz number 6. We need this one. Copy. Paste. Trying to make sure all my sizes are correct. There we go. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. Man. Hey, go figure. I spelled something wrong. That's our 6. I spelled it wrong there too. Guys, I don't know how to spell. I'm just saying. Bam. There we go. That's the other problem with copying and pasting everything, is that when you do make a mistake, why did it do that? Then it just gets repeated over and over and over again. And sometimes when I'm working fast, I make that and then move on, and then it's a problem later. Okay. So I need to figure out, I need to plan out some kind of action for this stuff. Let's go ahead and save 6. Let's go ahead and save 7 so that we know that we're working on them. We've at least started them. Yeah. I was trying to make a joke here when I had set this up. I was trying to make it, if it fits, it sits joke. We'll see if it pulls off or not, but get it? I love it when I fit in boxes. It's the perfect place for sitting. If it fits, it sits. We're kind of repeating. Kind of feels like a repeat of what we did with page 5, where he gets in the box, but he doesn't say anything in that one. Maybe we need to do, maybe that's what we need to do. We need to do different size boxes. Thinking too much now. Let's see. Let's open up. I want to make sure all the stuff is right. Let's go here. Okay, so that's close to 5. This is close to 32. It's close to 32 as well. Okay. So these should be closer to 32. There we go. There we go. What's that? Need to make this closer to 32, 36, down, 32. That's the other part, is like why I do try to get these words on there is because if I know that they're going to eat up a lot of space, like this one's pretty big, I would definitely want to get them on the board first. so that I can see what room is left for the actions that I want to do. Do I not have that? Did I not? Oh, I didn't. I forgot a period there. Maybe. That's fine. Oh, we can put one in here. Gotta make sure my grammar is correct. I might not be able to spell, but... And I might not understand grammar. Or when to use the correct ones. We'll just face it, guys. I don't know anything. Okay, there we go. So we're good. 32 with those size. Save. The other thing I want to double check, I want to make sure that stays consistent. So let's go to the end page of book 1. Make sure we stay consistent. Yep, that's 4.8. That's 32. Okay, so we did do that. Don't save. Cool. Don't save. Let's double, I don't think I double checked that on pages 4 and 5, did I? No, I did not. These are smaller. Where is our, okay, our gutter's over there. I feel like we could get away with smaller. I don't. This is a whole 10 points bigger. No, it's gonna be huge. Oh, the word yesterday is screwing me here. Yeah, we might have to make some adjustments with our font size. Well, poop nuggets. That does not help. Trying to stay away from this stuff so that it didn't interact with it. What were we before? We were down at 22, weren't we? 22.9, so 23 technically. We're about 10 points off. Yeah, it's pretty small. Neat. See if I can make that work. It's gonna get cut off up there. No bueno. Sometimes you have to compromise. Trying to keep it inside of that barrier. What is this at? That's too big now. Should be 5. That one's too big now. That one should be 5 as well. What's this one at? 28. Let's make them consistent with each other. 28. No, we just adopted him. That should be right. Alright, we're gonna have to double check, make sure that that's correct. Google Docs. Look at our book 3 script here. It says 22 things wrong. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a question mark. Yeah, feels like we just adopted him yesterday. That says it's right. So I don't know what Adobe is smoking here. Feels like we just ADOPTED adopted, yes. Him yesterday. YESTERDAY, period. Weird. I don't know why it's saying it's incorrect. I don't really trust the auto spelling on Adobe. I don't know what they use for it or how they get their suggestions for it, but definitely feels off. Okay. I think we're better on that one. We'll look at number 5 real quick. Make sure I did that right as well. Which I don't think I did. Fun. Oh, I did not. Nowhere even close. I think I was 28 on that other one. Okay, well, we're gonna do it at 28 because 32 is just too big. Okay, I messed up. I missed my ad break. I saw the stuff for it, but I missed it. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some adjustments to all this now. Dang, I fucked up. Okay, that's fine. Pooper nuggets. That's the way it be sometimes. You figure out something out and then you gotta go back and make adjustments, so. We'll pause right here for the moment, wait for the break to get done, and then we'll come back. We'll fix it. Alright, Puppers is still outside and doing good. That's what she told me. We're gonna go with that. In the meantime, we'll do a little research here. Yeah. All right. Welcome back, everybody. I did mess up on that last one. I did forget to notify you about the impending break time that was coming up. My bad. I did, once I realized though, I did pause and waited, so. But now we can get back to correcting my mistakes that I made. Which was not having my font at the correct size. And even now it's going to be a little bit the incorrect size. But it's within margin of error, so we should be okay. I think. Okay, so we just need to move this all. Okay, what did that just do? Okay, there we go, did that. But I think I want to move all the stuff below. Which I think is everything. Yeah, it's everything up to this. There we go. Okay, we have just enough room to move it over so that it doesn't interact with our wording. We got rid of some of our dead space too, which is perfect. Like that. Can't move him any further. Did that help us at all? We fixed page 4. We've got the correct. Let's open up 4 again. These are correct. Yeah, we're in the 28 range. 5. Yeah, okay. These are also in that same 28 range, fine. That's a strong 5 point, okay. I kind of didn't like how this was encroaching so much onto this illustration, but not 100% sure what I can do about it quite yet. I can, 1, 2. I can move it over a little bit. It's not so crunched. I don't want to get it too close to that outside edge though. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's gonna work. I think crises averted. Bye, Dreamer. I didn't know you were here watching the whole time. I think we got it back to where it's going to work. Makes me wonder how many... Let me double check real quick how many words I have in this. Is this one more word heavy? Oh, it is a little bit more word heavy. Okay. Not as much as book 2. Okay. Okay, so question is, did I follow my own rules here? I did not. These are 6s, which are close. Okay, so I made those 24 to make them fit. Okay, so that's not as imperative that I keep them huge, which is good. Question is, do I have any other examples of this that I can check to make sure? Yes, that's a 27. That's still a 6. So I definitely went consistent on the bubble style. I think this is the last page I have on my preview. That's 24. That's a 6. Okay, so it's not a mandate that I have to okay, cool. So I can actually scale these down to what I need them to be, or something a little bit more reasonable if I want to. As long as I keep these, I have those set at 6, so maybe we'll just make all these 6 then. 6. Do the same thing here. It's like I have to go rediscover what I did on my previous pages sometimes. I'm like, what did I do? Why did I do that? Okay, yeah, there we go. I like that a little better. It's a little less. Okay, so that one's down to 25. Yeah, so let's do the same thing. That's a 6. Okay, yeah, I feel better about that. Oof. I've been here the whole time. Anybody who watched Dropout.tv understands that reference. Okay, yeah, I feel better about that. So the font size, I can play with a little bit, but the bubble needs to be at the very least a 6-point bubble. That's the kicker. Cool. I may come back and readjust these again later, but 5. Okay, yeah, these ones are 28. I can actually bring these down back to where they were. Thank goodness. I did not like how that wording worked out. 6, 25, 24, 23. We'll go down to 23, I guess. Definitely don't like the 23. It's definitely smaller. Okay, let's make that back to 6. Definitely want to fix this. It's bugging me that this is 2 different. It's not right. It's not right, I tell you. Fixed it. Telling you, 90% of what you do, micro adjustments in this space. Going through and being like, you know what? That's not right. Something's not right there. Okay, cool. I think we're okay there. Which means we are good here. That's 6. At the 6 as well. Okay, and then we can play with the sizes of the fonts depending on what we want to do. Feet. Okay, we can do something. Now we can work with just faces here. Okay, which way are we coming from? Okay, that's fine. I love the ninja. Ninja turned out really good. Like, I'm surprised at how well the ninja turned out. Not that I'm unsurprised, it's just that I'm happy with, let's just say that. I'm happy with how it turned out. Do we have... Come on, mouse, stop over spinning, Jesus. Dun, 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 dun. I'm missing one of my faces on here. Okay, it's in here though. It's this one. It's this one with the standard eyes, but the hands are up in the face, so. Let's make sure nothing else is unlocked here. Select all. Copy. Okay, there we go. Back to the master file. Young expressions should be, oh no, that's young version. Young expressions, there we go. Should work out fine. Put that over here. Copy that, get rid of it. Alter expressions, paste, there we go. Let's line that up. go. These two copy. Let's get ahead of that. Eastern Police. Hope I missed the top parts of it. Okay. There we go. 2, 3. There we go. Hey, that time I did it. So these are all just base faces and stuff like that. None of these are like the size of the shines and stuff on the eyes. They don't have to stay the same size. Everything is variable in that way. It can all change. Just trying to get like the basic expressions and things down so that they match. Sure, needs to be a little bit bigger. There we go. There we go. Don't know really where I'm going with this quite yet, but let's see. What do I want to do? Do I want to make a little extension for this? Because this is where I've had it before when he's being like puzzled. This hand kind of goes underneath. Might have to make some extensions. Let's see. I want to go from here, here, to here, to here. Something like that. Make it a little bit more rounded, but that's fine. we go. I don't know. Might end up changing this page later, but I'm trying to think of something. Kind of like he's aware that something's going on with the peoples. Doesn't quite know what's going on. Maybe something like that. We don't have to have too much for this one. Not sure. Might have to come back to this. Might have to come back to both of these pages at the moment. We've got some time this afternoon with taking my daughter to her climbing class. Maybe I'll ponder and wander off into the dream state and do some more research stuff to figure out what I want to do kind of with these two frames of my pages. I'm not 100% sure yet. I knew what the vision was for the first two. Like, I knew I wanted to introduce the box, his obsession with the boxes and stuff like that, because that was just fun. And it gives us a nice little mechanism to get him the surprise, right? That's the whole idea. Because he doesn't understand that the fun things come in the boxes. He likes the boxes by itself, but other fun things can come in the boxes as well. Yeah, okay. So let's do a couple things here. Let's get rid of Safari because we don't need that. Close window. Let's swap over to Canva for a second because we want to, let's update what we did. Do we want to do this now or do we want to do this later? Let's do this later. Let's do this afterwards. Let's do this out. We'll do that at the end of the end of the stream. So we also have this guy to work on, so I'm going to do a little bit of work on him right now. Because sometimes I like to swap it up a little bit. Okay, so pull that. Make it darker. Okay. Do like that. I forgot this is on top of him, so it actually can't cross over. It has to stop right there, which is fine. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, so do that. Put it underneath. We can add a couple little... There we go. Yeah, see how it gives it just a little bit of definition. Okay, there we go. Yeah, looking good there. Just gotta do it on this side now. We'll do a double split here. Okay, there we go. We need that color from the other one. There we go. Now it's behind. Bueno. Bam, there we go. Yeah, ninja headband. The other place we need to do some need to do a couple little of these guys like this. Because of those, I don't know, say they're bolts, whatever they are, rivets, they may be pushing on the material, so we'll just make a little yeah, something like that. Those ones are kind of moved inwards. There we go. Yeah, much better. Nin Nin? Yes. Is that his name? Is Nin Nin here? Gotta give him the details. Okay, so this is our next one. I think the headband is done. Definitely need to do something here. Some of these can be easier Like, I'm gonna probably just do this. Go and grab the correct color. Shift. Nope, that is wrong. Up. Nope. Should be shift. Shift is wrong. God dang it. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. That's the one I want. There. There. Yikes. Stroke. I think it's like a 3 or 4. Maybe it's a 4. I think it's a 4. Let's see. Let's make that. There you go. Sometimes it's easier just to do the stroke around them, especially if you want to just make it simple and fast. It's how anime characters pretend to be ninja. They hold their hands together like they're trying to do ninjutsu and go in nin. Gotcha. Yeah, I think that works. This is on the wrong layer. That's why that's wrong. Okay. So we did those. We need to do his arms. He's got special arms. Got to do his outfit here. I do like it. That's kind of funny too, though. Without the little outfit, he's just got the little rings around his arms. That's funny. He's fun. I want to do just do a stroke around this, or do I want to make this custom? Okay. Three, I think is what it was. Yeah. Let's do 3. Let's make this one darker though. I don't want to make it black. There we go. I have to figure out our gi here is definitely. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, if I move it down to 40%, you can see we can see the details now. Okay, cool. I could put a pattern on it too. I don't really want to, but I could. Okay, let's leave that for the moment. Might come back and mess with that a little bit. I think. Yeah, I think I want to make these custom. come down here, do that. We'll mess with the insides a little bit. We'll try this and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we want it to be the same color as that one. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll work. I just have to get it all kind of cleaned up correctly. It's showing just a little bit. That one's showing a little bit too. Still showing a little bit there. Okay, got that. This one's still showing a little bit here too. Bam, got that one done. This one's definitely showing a lot. Okay. Okay. Okay, got those. Just gonna fix this now. That's okay. There we go. We got little cuffs. That works. So now we can copy, paste that. We should be able to flip it. Select. Then twisty and turning it and get it to fit this one. Theoretically. Because they should be the same. Now whether or not it lets me do that is another question. Ooh, I think it's going to let me. Just a little one, maybe one off. Yeah, it's just a tad bit off, but it's okay. Should be able to get that figured out. Yeah, there we go. Boom. It's got little sleeves now. Then we could do some work on the kunai, get that all sharpened up, and then it should be pretty good. We'll have another costume for Mr. Buttons here. Oh, that's right. I remember the other thing I was going to do last time. Haha! Remember we were going to do something fun with the tail. Felt like that was pretty close. You know what? Let's turn it a little bit more. There we go. Fun little bandage. Yeah, let's do that. Let's run those over a little bit and we'll make them blend behind. Yeah, that works. Too much. Okay, cool. Let's add a point here. I need another point. Ah! Press the wrong thing. Get one there. Yeah, I like that. I'll have to run little lines around these guys too. That's okay. It can be done. Okay, so I gotta put one there, and then I can bend this down, bend this over a little bit, curve that. Sweet. I think I'm gonna move this one down a little bit. Okay, we'll do the same thing down here. Select this one. Point. Bend. And then this one will do actually the opposite direction. Do it like that. Then we'll do something similar over here. Point, point. Move that there. And the whole line. Yeah, like that. Kind of fun. Because they always have to have little little scraps on them. Little, I don't even know what are they just like scraps of material? Are they bandages? Are they, do we know for sure? Bring to front. Let's see. We want this to be that one. We want that one to be a little bit darker than that. Let's go like 30%. Yeah, like that. Let's put them on the. Let's put them on the outside. There we go. No, inside. Inside? Inside. No, I don't like that either. Shoot. That's center. That's worse. If I put it on the inside, it takes away all of the rest of the stuff that I have with it. Nah, it'll be fine. It's fine. It works. Okay, back to the kunai. Yeah, something like that. That there. There. Yeah, that works pretty good. We can always mess around with this and adjust it some more. Let's do the same thing here. We'll add a stroke on the outside. Make it like 1 point. We can do. Do we want to make it lighter? Let's make it a 14 for now. One. Oops. 1. That 14. Okay, let's bring that forward. There we go. And then what we'll do, go into it. Swap, get rid of. Something like that. Let's see, do we want to make it like Yeah, something like that works. There we go. Yeah, I think we got Ninja Buttons kind of wrapped up here. I think that works pretty good. What do we think, Sonny? We think we did pretty good? We've got all the classic elements. We've got the headband with the fish logo. We got the kunai in the hand. And then we have the little bandages on the tail just for shits and giggles. Looks like he's ready for combat, right? Yeah, I think that worked out pretty good. That's pretty cute. 10 out of 10 would create again. Speed. Ooh, and we are pretty close to our next break, to our last break for the afternoon. Look at that. Almost like I planned it. Like I pretended I knew what I was doing. See it? Do you see it? There's one pixel right there. One singular little pixel sticking up above right there. This is where the hyperfixation comes in now. Sometimes these programs play tricks on you too, where it's just like a fraction of a hair off from something, and when you zoom out, it makes it look like it's bigger than it actually is. But so it's like I could see that little bit even at this. Like it was almost like glaringly telling me, hey, something's just barely peeking out up here. And I was like, I could probably ignore it. Like anytime I print it or anything like that, it's just it'll be fine. But it was bugging me just enough that I was like, not gonna let that go. I have to go fix it. All right, so make sure, save your work. This is my PSA once again for everybody who's doing digital work and stuff like that. Don't forget to save your work frequently and often. If you have autosave on, that's fine. But it just as a reminder. You never know when Adobe will crash, literally, like that's a thing. Just it will be like nope, and then be doo. You have 83 layers open. We're crashing now. No. Okay, so we are about a minute out from our next. Oh my god, goodness gracious. That is a thunder knock. Wow. Hello, sir. How are you? You made it here just in time. We're about to take a little 3-minute ad break. Since we are partner, or not partner, we're affiliate now on the channel. We actually get to take ad breaks and do that. So we're about 30 seconds out from that. We're going to pause what we're working on at the moment. Once we get done with that break, we will come back and we will finish up our stream here for the afternoon and go from there. That kind of thing. So take the break, go get a drink, go get a snack, go to the bathroom, do those things. I'm going to do those things during the 3-minute break, and then we'll be back. And we'll finish up from there. You can keep listening to the cool, chill music if you're subscribed. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. Yeah, it kind of depends. If you came in and already watched, are you sure you are staying? I'm staying for a minute, but I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't know, because you're not subscribed, but you may have just watched an ad, so you might be outside of it. If you can still hear me, Thunder, give me a I can still hear you. Or a heads or hi, or a what's going on here? So many things have changed. I get to do a whole rundown for Thunder on how everything works in here. I think he's watching the ads. He has not responded yet. Don't leave me, Thunder. Come back. That's a familiar face I have not seen in a long day. I wonder what he's up to. We'll have to find out after the break. It's funny, last break I was like, oh, I'll grab something to drink, and I came back and it was only like 30 seconds left. I was like, dang, felt like it was quick. This one feels much longer because I'm actually watching the time countdown, so. Alright, we're almost done. Whoa, did a little bit of stretching in between, so that's good. Alrighty. So we should be we'll give it a little floof here, but we should be out of the break now. Are you still here, Thunder? Did you stay with us? It's good to see you, my friend, if you're still here. I'm happy that you stopped by. Hey, look at that. He did stay. Hello, sir. Good day to you. How have you been? Are you at work currently? Are you working? Are you at home? Did something happen? Do I need to come to Alaska to take care of you? I am at work. Thank goodness. I was worried for a second there. Working is rough. I understand that full-heartedly. Yes. Yes, please come to Alaska. You never know. There's some talk amongst family and stuff like that someday, maybe not in the near future, but someday, we definitely want to get up there. We want to come see all of the cool stuff. We actually debated whether or not to take like a train ride and go up to there. If that would be cool or not. Definitely no boats. We're not going by boat. Mrs. Tahoe said definitely no. But I'm glad you're here. So I usually run these streams now from like 9 a.m. till 12. So we're actually at the end of our stream for the day. But yeah, I'm glad to see you. Fly to Seward, then take the train from Seward to Fairbanks. Gotcha. Okay, I'll put that on my list of how to get there. I'll have Mrs. Tahoe look it up, but no. So I'm doing more streams on the channel here. 3 days a week, I do art and book stream, and then on Sundays in the evening times. These are late. These are 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. Mrs. Tahoe and I do a little podcast episode. So I'll kind of give you the rundown of all of that stuff here. Let me swap over. Let's swap over to Canva real quick. We'll open up. Let's open up this. Okay, so this is our streaming schedule. Ta-da! Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 9 to 12. Wednesday's a little bit different because I have a little earlier day on that one, 9 to 11. Daughter gets out a little early on Wednesdays, but yeah. And then Sunday we do our little podcast, live podcast, talk about different things and stuff like that. It's on Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. Dreamer and I, and it's on this channel right here. So it's something that we do together, and we have our little cheers that we do for each other and stuff like that, or we have that people can cheer for us and stuff. So I listen to that on Twitch. Yes, you can do that. You can listen on Twitch. It is one of those things you can do. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. I'm working on my next book on stream, like giving away all the secrets and all the procedures and all of that stuff, and doing all the fun things for that. And we have, different rewards set up in the channel so that we can my kitty there in the corner, Patch, he gets a little treat if we can collect enough collective points for everybody on the stream. Fun little thing that we do. I run my little weekly post up in the top right hand corner just so people can check it out. And then every once in a while, if we're lucky, we have a where is it? Is it this one? Aha, we have a promo that we like to run and talk about people and their books and stuff like that. So yeah, since you gave me permission, I put it up here and talk about your daughter's book every once in a while. And try to, hopefully, anybody who's new that's not seen the channel, whatever, point them in that direction. Give them an idea of, other authors to go check out and see what's going on. So fun little setup here that we've got and doing for the stream. So trying to make a little bit of money off of it, trying to help funnel some of that back into my own book project and stuff like that. So I can be a little bit more financially independent for my projects and stuff like that, and not, suck up resources from the family in that way. So Vikings and magic, yes. Tell her she needs to make a space elf, write a space elf book next. That would be really fun. I'll have to come be a guest one of these days on your Sunday chat. We should talk. I've got a thing I'm working on. Ooh, I would love to hear about all type of things. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into the creative space and stuff like that. I'm talking a lot more with people like Sage I'm working with right now too. He was an old Division 2 streamer and stuff like that. He's kind of making that shift over into the creative space and stuff. So I think I'm just kind of trying to network with the creative people and put some stuff together and do those kind of things. So yeah, if you've got a cool project that you want to talk about, that would be really fun. I would love that. Yeah, Sage was the bombshell. Yeah, bombshell jacket. He was later in that podcast, but yeah, really super good dude. Caring, just all around good dude. I think we have our commands in here. See if this works. Aha, there it is. We do have commands. You can definitely tell I've definitely put a bunch of work into getting this stream up and running for different things, but this is his channel. He goes live every once in a while right now. He's in that transition phase where he's trying to figure out how to make everything work and what he wants to do with his next part of his life with this journey of being creative. So definitely check it out for sure. I'm gonna do, while I'm thinking about it real quick, we definitely made some progress on our book today. definitely want to document this out so that I don't forget what I did today. So we started 6 and 7. We definitely got 5 rolling. Where are our blocks? I want this one. So we definitely got 5 pretty close there. 6 and 7, we just barely got started today. Like barely. Duplicate. This one goes there. Yeah, so we got a little bit. What's 3? Oh yeah, 3's the title page. We haven't done much with that. Basically got 5 kind of really rolled up today. Pretty close, so. Not bad progress. Need a little bit more, but we're getting there. Today is Friday. Gotta remember to do that. But yeah, that's what we got going on. I will bring up our stream schedule. We'll bring up this. This is our podcast that Dreamer and I do, Thunder. It's just me and Dreamer talking about, her and I, the family, our kids, getting older, and life generally just changing and being different, and what the heck we're going to do about it, and looking at all of the little things in our lives, and the things that we are looking forward to in the future. So that's what the podcast is about, and what we've got going on in there. It is available on YouTube to go back and watch older episodes as well. That is a thing. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. That's what we've been doing. Trying to get stuff off the ground and running. Trying to get all of these fun little spaces up and running, kind of thing. Doing my best. All sounds pertinent. We kind of wanted to not wait till the inevitable moment of being like, our kids are leaving, and just being in shock and, meltdown mode and stuff like that. And, kind of talking about those things and getting things, set up so that we're not necessarily prepared for it, because those things you can never prepare for, but kind of transitioning out of being parents in that way, where we can then be more friends and family and stuff like that. It's a little bit different mechanic, right? You're not always worrying about, did you do your laundry? This tapering off some of those things and be like, no, they're adults now. We can treat them like adults and all that fun stuff. So, what else? Do I have anything else I want to... Sunny, am I missing anything else that I need to talk about or do for my wrap up here at the end of the episode? What did I forget? Did I forget anything? Ooh, I know what I forgot. I want to look to see. I wonder if there's anybody to go and raid. Who is on and doing things? None of my other creative friends. Okay, that's okay. We're getting there. I'm trying to find and follow more channels that I can raid with people that are creative and doing fun, cool stuff like I'm doing. Still working on that though. Still building, putting all of this together, figuring it out, but we'll get there at some point. Hopefully. Kind of a weird time of day to transition then too, so but some people do it. Some people are on it this time. We'll figure it out. But yeah. So we are wrapping up the stream here. I thank you everybody for coming by. Thank you Thunder. Thank you Dreamer for being in the stream for a little bit. Thank you, B-Shack. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you all for coming and watching for a while and giving suggestions and helping out with the graphics and stuff that we're working on today, our pages that we're working on. I will be back on Monday for more of this, hopefully getting some more pages together, hopefully getting my ideas together for pages 6 and 7 so I have a little bit more idea of what I want to try to attempt with the story that's going on with those. I'm going to try to work on that this afternoon when I have an opportunity. And then we will continue on from there. And feel free to join us on our podcast on Sunday evenings. But if you have comments, questions about, book writing, publishing, any of the things in any of these videos, feel free to leave a comment in the YouTube videos if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, feel free to come by and join us in chat live and say hi and help us get some treats for my animals and stuff like that, and we'll go from there. But I hope you have a wonderful Friday afternoon, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.